恐竜戦隊 Zyuranger!
Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger episodes, commentary and reviews. This time being episode 24, Hope Springs a Turtle. Nearly halfway through the series. Let's see what we got this time. The episode begins with Dora sleeping on her balcony as Buck and Totopat are sneaking into Pleplecorn's workshop to make their own monster in secret. Taking a turtle monster out of a cupboard, Totopat adds some traffic lights to it. Before Buckback adds a baseball bat and ball, cannon, hook and a knuckle duster, before finally putting it through the machine, and out comes Dora Tortoise. On Earth, the three monsters are watching Boy playing with some kids in a park. One of the kids playing is a kid Boy befriended while he was sick in hospital. Dora Tortoise shines his light at Boy, but misses as he bends over, so the green light hits all the kids, who start repeating the same actions over and over. Boy spots the trio, and they tell him the kids will keep repeating until they die from exhaustion. Boy tries to stop them, but they can't stop. Dora is enjoying the show, but Pleplecorn doesn't approve of the muddled up creature. Back at the park, Boy attacks Dora Tortoise, but is hit by the green light and he runs off, unable to stop himself. Elsewhere, Buckback and Totopat want to put Dora Tortoise on TV, but can't agree on where he should stand, so Dora Tortoise just starts flashing his lights. Kids are stuck playing on swings and businessmen are stuck crossing the road, as well as birds frozen in mid-flight. Starting the camera, they begin to film Dora Tortoise, but before it can shine a light, the Zyurangers jump in to attack Dora Tortoise, who unveils a bat and peppers the Rangers with balls. As Boy runs over, shouting to watch out for the traffic lights, managing to knock Geki out of the way before running off as the others are stuck to the spot. Next, Dora Tortoise unveils a cannon, but Geki blasts them with his ranger gun and they retreat. Back at the temple, the three rangers are still unable to move, but Baza is able to find Dora Tortoise in the big book and reveals its one weakness is the pollen of a special flower on a hidden sacred mountain, but only those under the turtle spell can see it. In town, Boy is still running as Geki tells him to find the flower and only he can do it. The mountain appears to Boy and he runs off to find the flower. While on the moon, Dora commends the three monsters, saying they will be top commanders when the Zyurangers are dealt with. Dora Tortoise has been sent back to Earth giant-sized, and he starts to smash up the city until Geki arrives in the Tyrannosaurus Guardian Beast. With encouragement from Buckback and Totopat, Dora Tortoise prepares to fight with its bat and hook as the two giants engage. No matter how far Boy runs, the mountain keeps moving away from him, but he is spurred on by his guardian beast talking to him. The battle is not going well for Geki, but he doesn't give up, believing in Boy, who is still being guided on by Saber Tiger. He starts to get close to the flower, but trips and starts heading in the wrong direction. The flower starts to float in the air, and Boy leaps up and grabs it. Using its cannon, Dora Tortoise shoots Tyrannosaurus, causing Geki to cry out. This is heard by Barai, who quickly arrives and summons Dragon Caesar to join the fight. Dora Tortoise pretends to be sorry now it's outnumbered, but quickly turns round, hitting both guardian beasts with the red light. Just then, Boy comes running in, transforming and jumping on top of Tortoise's head, shaking the flowers and releasing the pollen, freeing everyone from the spell. With that, Dragon Caesar and Tyrannosaurus finish off Dora Tortoise. Later on, all the Rangers, except Barai, are playing with the kids in the playground. Okay, so that was a decent episode. I gotta say, when it comes to the old MMPR stuff, I definitely do remember the traffic light turtle. I couldn't tell you what the episode was called for MMPR, but it's definitely one that I remember from when I was a kid. And of course, being Trini, she had to run, find the flowers, shake them, and, you know, save the day. I remember that one as much as I can remember something from like 30 years ago. But I remember it, sort of. Watching the Sentai one, I like it. I like, well, actually, it does raise some questions. Like, just, Tossapat and Buckback. They're able to just take, I'm guessing a rejected monster from out of a cupboards, or one that Pleplicons put away spare. In order to, and they just like just give it random things. They don't even attack. I mean, other than the traffic lights they stick in its head, they don't actually attach anything to it. So, how does the machine? How does the monster end up with so many things in it? They just stick them next to it on the machine, and it's like, well, it's there. Yeah, baseball bat, baseball, a hook, a cannon. It just manages to somehow incorporate everything into itself. Somehow. The machine just knows. The machine knows how it goes. Somehow. But also, I mean, does this mean Pleplecorn really isn't that great at doing what he does? Because when you think about it, he's always like made out to be such a craftsman, but these two bumbling idiots just chuck a bunch of stuff on the belt with the monster after sticking a traffic light in its back. And it comes through. And yet this random creature that, you know, these two Muppets have made, it's in the big book. They know how to defeat it because it's in the big book. So, Fates? Yeah, so sometimes the big book does stretch credibility just a little bit, where it's like, oh, like those two idiots who just chucks a load of random things together. Well, I'll just look in my big book here. There it is, a few hundred years ago. And it's like, you know, these guys have been like traps for 170 million years. But, you know, a few thousand years ago or whatever, in the big book, it's there. Found it. So, things like that are a little bit on the convenient side, I find, for me. But, yeah, for the most part, you know, the book's just a nice way of going, well, there's his weakness, go off and find it. And obviously, the Guardian Beast, you know, you've got Saber Tiger giving Boy encouragement. Like, if you lose hope, you won't get to the mountain. So, you know, chin up, keep going. You know, keep carving up a cup of tea if you're British. Just go get it. And it works, you know, it's able to go in and get it done. So, you know, the support of your Guardian Beast really does matter. So yeah, it is what it is. It's also nice that they're not overusing Goryujin. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a lot of Goryujin finishers coming up instead of using Godhorn and just Megazord on its own. I can't remember when we get that version of Daijujin Dragon Caesar, where it, like, just stomps in with Dragon Caesar like acting like a helmet and shoulder pads. I'm waiting for that one. I think episode 29 is when we will first see King Brachion. But not as Ultimate Daijujin. That's going to take a little bit longer. So, but going back to what I'm saying about this episode instead of future episodes, we get Tyrannosaurus and Dragon Caesar working together without any of the other Guardian beasts. There's no Goryujin and Tyrannosaurus having to stick up for itself, like on the sidelines, and Pteranodon just flying around aimlessly. So yeah, it's nice to see just a bit of variety. You've got the hat finger missiles and the ultrasonic blast, whatever you want to call it, projectile sonic vomit. I don't know. Yeah, so you've got that going through as an end. You've got Boy, you know, he's. I mean, obviously, all the Zyurangers, you know, they make friends with kids as they go along. Throughout the thing. So obviously this time it's Boy's turn to be friends with a kid that you met in hospital. We've seen it before, we'll see it again. You know, Zyurangers just love the kids in a perfectly normal, nice way. It's a kid's show after all. But yeah, just I think the B story, I mean, oh no, this kid who's just come out of hospital is gonna die. I mean, all the kids are gonna die. Like everyone. I mean, technically, even Boy's gonna die when he, you know, gets exhausted and can't keep running that he's doing for how long? I mean, I couldn't run that long. I mean, okay, you get marathon runners that will run for like what, 5, 6, 7 hours or something, trying to cover what, 25 miles. I've ridden my bike 6, 7 hours on a 50+ mile bike ride up and down hills, but that's with brakes. I can't imagine running as long as he did. He's the one who should have collapsed from exhaustion. But, you know, he's a Zyuranger, so I guess, you know, special training, extra endurance. He's also got the medal. So, as Geki said to one of the kids a few episodes ago, it has healing powers, so maybe the medal was keeping Boy going, along with Saber Tiger giving him the encouragement. And yeah, for Power Rangers, it was a memorable villain with a few memorable parts of the episode, but I couldn't tell you the story of the Power Rangers one. And this one, pretty much the same, really. Memorable villain. But that's about it. So yeah. With that, sort of conclusion, it's memorable but forgettable. Hopefully, not the same can be said for this. Hopefully, memorable and memorable. I'll see you guys next week. Episode 25. Halfway. Bye.
Yeah, 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 yeah.